everybody, and hopefully all of you are having had a good day today. Had an alright day, and so forth here. As it's Thursday, we'll be playing Star Trek Online, continuing our journey of Captain Sora and the crew currently of the Thor Chow. News and notes. News and notes today. Kind of learned the hard way something in Animal Crossing is like, if you ever, and I did not realize this, and I put this in my blog earlier, that if you have a full contingent of residents on your island, and someone new comes in, they're camping and so forth, and they ask if they can move in, and you don't have an open slot, they can actually ask someone on your island to trade spots with them. And so I lost one of the residents that's actually started to been a favorite of mine as of late. I lost Cube, so I'm hoping we can get Cube back at some point. It's like the ones I will not ask move: Antonio, Audie, Sky, Blanche is growing on me, and there's one more. It's like Antonio, and another one was like the two that I started with. Anyway, tonight is, of course, Star Trek Online. It also was a good day today. One of my buddies I went to high school with is also on Twitch, and he was doing some American Truck Simulator earlier. And with this, he's listed as the worst gamer ever 25. I know him as Dave, but still. So it was a nice surprise, actually, someone who I actually know. Matter of fact, we're practically neighbors, so it's that in and of itself is pretty damn hilarious. Anyway, we're going to get the stove in this going here. Did I... I got the audio going to the wrong thing here. Audio.
Odo's found something intriguing in the Masan system. Something the Founders want no one to know about, even one of their own. That certainly piques my curiosity. I'll meet you in the Masan system. Odo wants to travel incognito this time. I trust you'll be able to deliver him and that surly Jem'Hadar bodyguard of his to the Masan system intact. One more thing. I've taken the liberty of informing Captain Kira, and she'll be joining us as well. After the Karema incident, she's taken a personal interest in high-level Dominion activity, particularly where Ambassador Odo is involved.
Alright, we'll make our way over there shortly, Garrick.
Be seeing you.
Indeed, Mr. Garrick. Da 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 da. Still have plenty of delta marks to work off of. Da 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 da. Temporal defense. A new mission is on our log. So we'll head back to the Bajoran wormhole, bounce over to Deep Space Nine, and then come back.
Congratulations, General.
Congratulations, General. What? The battle at the Rua Pente. Bum 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 da da. And it's getting to the point of the time of year where we're also start thinking about next year. We might change the logo and so forth, and have. Matter of fact, that's probably going to be the next thing we'll have. Things with design is basically design a new logo, and which will also be, or at the very least, have a design like a rock, almost like a band tour type shirt. So, I have these great ideas. Problem is, most of my ideas suck. Huh. Beam us directly to operations. Da, 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 da. So a lot of noise has been going around. Folks are relates to the music being played or heard on Twitch and so forth. And it's like people are really just looking too far into that.
Personal log, Admiral Lita. Our temporal visitors have given us quite a few gifts. At first, my engineers were pessimistic about understanding future technology. A few trips to the Agony booth have cured them of their misgivings. Our benefactors have come from our far future to ensure that their world comes to pass. For that to happen, we must defeat the Iconians, and our descendants have given us the weapons to do so. Of course, as Admiral in command of the fleet's flagship, I must insist on the first set of upgrades. Once the Enterprise has the power to dominate the fleet, I can give new weapons to my subordinates, but only to those who prove their loyalty.
Oh. Yeah, the reason why I didn't rotate it down to the next one is because we had a big one to tackle. Get everything locked in. Food. Now, part of the reason why we didn't do another one is, you know, not a big mission there. Alrighty. Department heads. Where are we in terms of inventory space? Okay, plenty of space in the inventory. We can get rid of that. Plenty of gach around. Return to our ship, and we'll head back to the wormhole as we take our time bouncing around the galaxy and so forth. Do do do. Take us into the wormhole. Would have been nice if there was like a cutscene or something there. All right. All right. All right, we still. Skills invalid. Again? Yeah. Like, every time they make a change, I'm having to reset my freaking skill tree. Do 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 do. I mean, it's like, let's think about this. I've had to reset my skills at least once it's like almost like what, every other week. what is this? That leaves me with 7 skill points. Probably should have dropped one there, but oh well. Ground, as usual. Again, having to weapon penetration. Well, with my weapons, we're pretty good at running and gunning. Not that I train my bridge officers up in anything, but still. Alrighty. So, personal ground things. Pistol training, rifle, resilience. This space we're going cannons, bulkhead. Ooh, do. Starship traits. And I got no reputations. Again, as usual, it seems to be a periodic thing. It's like have to reset the freaking skill tree every time. Which means if we switch to my main tune, I would have to do the same thing.
I only recently learned of the station here. It's very old and very well concealed, even from Vorta and Jem'Hadar. From what I can tell, the Founders studied alien life here, including the Herc. We may be able to recover useful tactical data on them from the station's computers.
Were you expecting those Dominion ships out there?
No, and that concerns me. This is supposed to be an abandoned facility. Take us into comms range and open a hailing frequency. Let me do the talking. I should be able to make any Vorta or Jem'Hadar fall into line if things get difficult.
Right, take us in.
So far so good. They're not targeting us.
Entering the Dominion systems without authorization has become a bad habit of yours, one I have grown weary of. You've shown a singular talent for annihilating the Herc. I suggest you return to that before my patience with your insolence expires.
Noted. The Ambassador has something to say.
There's no need for this posturing, Founder. We're here on official business under my authority.
Odo, it seems to be a day for defiance and bad habits.
Yes?
You do not have the authority to grant access to this system. It is restricted to all but those of the highest level, a level you do not possess. Now then, I suggest you leave immediately.
We're not going anywhere.
Fire to disable. Odo must not be harmed.
Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity.
Dominion forces. This is Counselor
You know we would have
Garrick
kicked their
aboard
butts.
the Tane. Cease hostilities. Consider that your first and only warning.
We must protect the Founder. All ships, disengage!
Yeah, you better run. Huh.
You certainly know how to make my days more interesting. An ancient Dominion research facility, guarded by the leader of the Founders? A cloaked fleet pales in comparison, but it's the best I can add to the mix.
Glad you could make it, Garrick.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world. The fact that the Founder was willing to fire on one of her own speaks volumes on this station's worth. I look forward to discovering its secrets.
No, I can never find my nail clipper when I need it, or... I know it's on my desk somewhere. It's probably...
Since when does the Founder stand guard duty, Odo?
She doesn't. Let's find out what she's hiding.
Oh, there it is. Whoops, and... yeah.
We don't have a lot of time. We may have held off the Founder for now, but she'll be back, and she'll bring friends. Let's get down there and find what we came here for, before every Jem'Hadar in the Quadrant shows up.
I couldn't agree more, Captain. Why don't you and the Ambassador join the away team while I remain on guard with my fleet?
Thought you want to find some secrets, Garrick.
On any other day, I'd be the first to beam down. However, after the Karema incident, I believe both the Captain and the Ambassador need to discover the truth of this station together. Call it a trust-building exercise.
That's diplomatic of you, Garrick, but then again, you are a counselor. Moving towards the station.
Captain Kira makes a good point. Let's get this over with before it gets even more complicated than it already is.
It's already super complicated. We would take our usual crew of suspects.
Looks like the station's running on auxiliary power. We've got life support, basic lighting, not much else. If we're gonna get anything useful out of this relic, we'll need to get the main power back online.
That would be about centered, right?
Stay vigilant. We have no idea what to expect here.
Bunch of empty rooms and a shit ton of dialogue. That's what's here.
Well done. Main power is back online. We'll be able to access other systems, including the data core. Let's find an access console and see what's in there. Hopefully the data files aren't corrupted beyond repair.
But what if they are, Odo? But what if they are? See, he doesn't answer me. Shouldn't I have been on the other side?
This terminal is in poor shape. None of the files are accessible. Considering their age, I'm not terribly surprised.
I am.
The Founders wouldn't keep a place like this hidden to protect dust and broken files.
Who knows?
Let's check all the data terminals and consoles in the area. That one over there looks reasonably intact.
They all look intact.
Research Report 4121.63, Dominion Reckoning. My fellow Founders, the Mesan Research Station is fully operational. As we continue to add worlds to our sphere of influence, our studies of xenobiology become more important. We must know all we can of both friend and foe. We need every advantage we can find if we are to achieve true dominion.
True dominion?
Our Premier project is underway. You'll recall the recently discovered race of tree dwellers, hunted as we once were. Genetic engineering of these solids has produced considerable results.
Yeah, the Founders sold a gripe against people.
Has increased by a factor of 3 so far. We predict this species will be the first of many loyal servitors and vassals.
She's talking about the Vorta. The date she gave was nearly 2,000 years ago, not long after the Dominion was founded.
But just
this
after
facility is older than we thought.
An incident.
Much older.
Indeed.
Research Report 4653.15. Dominion Reckoning. Our scouts have discovered an interesting species of solids at the edge of the Dominion. They are a species of sentient insectoids that live primarily underground. We may not have detected them were it not for a thorough geological scan. Initial studies have revealed that these solids are based on germanium. I've attached bioscan data we collected on them for your review. I've dispatched a research unit to study these burrowers further. They may be just what we need for the military initiative.
Fascinating.
Burrowing sentient insectoids. Germanium-based. She must be talking about the Herc. Judging by the date, the Founders made first contact with the Herc nearly 2,000 years ago.
Let's see if we can find more data to go along with all this lore. Ha! There you go, folks. Never fails. I work that joke in at least once a week.
Research report, Dominion date 7021.27. More data has arrived on the Cadre species 484 designation, Burrows. Their world's unusual orbital path has taken it out of the habitable zone. As a result, the Burrows have retreated underground and entered a state of hibernation. While dormant, a smaller servitor race tends to the burrows. They also maintain their shared habitat and technology. I've instructed the field team to take advantage of their dormancy period, and they are now conducting aggressive studies of these intriguing solids.
How intriguing? How aggressive?
My team initiated first contact protocols with the borrowers prior to their mass dormancy. They found them to be friendly and intelligent, if not willful. We've identified a common element in their food supply. Manipulation of this element may prove useful in subjugating them.
Intelligent? Friendly?
Unbelievable. It sounds like the Founders made first contact with the Herc in order to find a way to conquer them. It's like Quark says, the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife.
Let's keep searching. Searching, wandering, exploring, learning.
Research report 7903.01, Dominion Reckoning. Cadre species 468, designation Jem'Hadar, is a massive success. They will be the strong arm of our Dominion, guided by our cunning, brilliant Vorta. The toil of these vassals will allow us to spend more time in the link with those we hold most dear.
She sounds so proud.
The birth of the Jem'Hadar, as seen through a Founder's eyes. Interesting. No mention of the Herc, however. Their designation number was lower than ours. They were our predecessors. Perhaps something went wrong? Something that led the Founders to reject and abandon them for a different species. Us.
Let's find out.
Research report Dominion date 8183.67. The burrowers have emerged once again, and in a hostile state. They have taken to the stars, moving from sector to sector, attacking anyone that crosses their path. Their goal is not one of conquest, but of consumption. They leave nothing but dead worlds in their wake. Though we do not understand their newfound savagery, we have found a use for it. When the burrowers set their sights on a world, we offer the inhabitants a choice. Those that submit to our Dominion rule are defended by the Jem'Hadar. Those that don't serve as an object lesson to others.
We've seen that tactic before.
So, the Founders have been using the Herc to manipulate others for some time now. Bend the knee to the Dominion, or we'll stand back and let them ravage your world. Only now something's different. Something's changed. They can't keep the Herc in line with the Jem'Hadar anymore. And we're all paying the price.
Indeed we are.
Research Report 8532.38. Our scouts have returned from a wormhole expedition. The solid races on the other side are primitive and unremarkable, save for one. They are called Klingons, and show a singular talent for violence, one that rivals our own Jem'Hadar. Left unchecked, these savage creatures could become dangerous enemies. While the Klingons are too willful to subjugate, their genetic material could produce viable cohorts to the Jem'Hadar, or their replacements. We have begun development of a new cadre species, designation Thakiri, using demons from Klingon folklore for inspiration. As with Jem'Hadar, we have bound them to our service with the White. We will test them in combat on the Klingons themselves. Research Report Supplemental Entry 8671.71, Dominion Reckoning. Somehow the Vakari have broken the hold of the White and turned on their rightful masters. Most of our research team were killed. Intelligence reports suggest a union between the Vakari and a Klingon warlord known as Mullah. Perhaps this will lead to a state of mutually assured destruction on Kronos. One can only hope.
The Founders made the Thakiri?
So it would seem. Only they lost control of them, despite the use of Ketracel White. Based on what we know about Thakiri, it seems the price they paid for their freedom was insanity. They became the monsters they were based on.
Sanity is overrated.
Research Report 9076.23. Final entry. I am weary. Soon I'll return to the Great Link, and I will be glad to be rid of this place. The borrowers have emerged again. We can barely control them this time. The Jem'Hadar were able to divert their onslaught at great cost. Rather than counterattack, they went through the wormhole to seek easier prey.
Uh-huh.
Our agents in the other quadrants report that the Burrow assault was a sweeping one, going as far as Kronos. Hopefully they'll devour every atom of that wretched planet. The Burrowers will eventually return to dormancy. Strangely, it appears that some of their forces intend on remaining in the other quadrants. It seems they have a long-term goal. Galactic devastation.
Huh. They steered a Herc into other quadrants.
Yes. They knew the Herc problem was getting worse even then. Instead of preparing or seeking allies, they expanded the Dominion. And when the Herc re-emerged, they tried to deal with it on their own, and failed. Their arrogance may lead to the end of the Dominion. We need to get this data to the Alliance, all of it, even the damaged and corrupted files. There has to be information we can use in here.
Agreed.
I'm picking up something on my tricorder. There was a massive power spike
The
on a lower deck.
tricorder?
And now I'm reading a large number of systems cycling up. Something's happening down there.
We should investigate this.
Agreed. Take your team and Captain Kira down to investigate. I'll remain here and pull as much of the data as possible. We won't get another chance at this.
Won't be gone long. Just long enough for the plot to advance. We ran out the wrong door.
We must be close to the core. Hope we don't have to leave in a hurry. There's no way our ships can lock onto us down here with transporters.
Not an optimum exit strategy.
Tell me about it.
I just
Let's
did.
stay focused on the mission. Now that we're closer to the signal, I'm getting better readings on my tricorder. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure everything that came online down here has some sort of medical purpose.
Is there something else on your mind?
I'm still uncertain about Odo. I need to be sure he's still not a part of all this.
He is. He's a part of the missions. What are your concerns, though, Captain?
The Odo I knew wouldn't have risked Bajor like that.
Yes, he would.
This Odo seems arrogant and reckless, even dangerous.
We'll keep an eye on him after we regroup. And then shoot him on sight.
Well, that answers one question. These are medical stasis pods. Judging by what we heard upstairs, the occupants are...
They are Fakiri.
It gets worse. I'm picking up life signs ahead. I'll bet some of the stasis pods down here have opened. The Dominion made the Fakiri to kill Klingons. I'm not expecting a warm welcome.
It will be a good day to die. For them.
Worf and Martok need to see this.
A bench.
I'm picking up traces of Ketracel white in these tanks. The Dominion probably manufactured it here to keep the Fakiri in line, and took it with them when they left the facility. So, we have a station full of angry Fakiri with no way to pacify them.
Oh, we should keep moving.
We've got company, and they don't look friendly.
They look friendly. Look at those big smiles.
We're lucky there were only a few of them. I don't want to be around if all of these Fakiri wake up. Let's see if we can find some way to keep the rest of these pods from opening.
Very well. Roadhouse.
By the prophets. More incoming. We need an exit plan. Fast.
Shoot him again, shoot him some more, and then maybe we'll figure a way out. That's the plan.
Odo Takira, we're on our way to assist you. Nerys, are you...
I'll manage. Let's get out of here while we can.
Victory is life.
So is Raktajino, but we don't hear me saying it repeatedly.
So is Raktajino, but I don't say it every 5 seconds.
I think we've worn out our welcome.
Enemy target uncensored.
Oh, that was a thing.
I think we've worn out our welcome. Garrick informs me that a number of unidentified vessels are emerging from hidden bays throughout the station. To make matters worse, the Herc have arrived. They're beginning to assault the station as we speak, and I don't need to tell you how that will end. It's time to leave.
Let's head back up then. Should have read that first. Apparently an entire cutscene this got. Yeah, an entire scene just got, yeah, because you can't, because we went straight through without talking to Odo first, and, yeah.
Looks like the Herc followed us down here. Keep moving. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Odo, look out!
It's full of cocaine. I'm not even kidding on that either.
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
You might be right. Listen.
Fuck you, Wayoon.
Are you insane?
Clearly he is.
I'm relieved to see you well. It's fortunate we arrived when we did. A moment later, and that creature would have attacked the Founder.
The situation was under control.
Odo wasn't in any danger, Wayoon. That Herc was peaceful. It was trying to communicate with us.
That's your opinion. Mine is that a Founder was in danger of being attacked by a member of an aggressive species. My duty was clear, as is my conscience. We're wasting time here, Captain. The station is on the verge of being overrun by the Herc. If you want to communicate with them some more, you're free to do so, but I recommend we leave immediately.
The light battle cruiser. Alright, the planet's Bruce was still 22 will allow you to participate. Right. Everybody, run out. It's a crowded room. Attack everything!
Flanking damage detected.
Did Homebug just kick or smack my dog? Like rude.
Once we return to the upper levels, we will be able to beam up and leave this place. Are you ready to return?
Let's return to the ship. And we got a slugfest happening to deal with. In a ship that is pretty damn fragile.
Glad you could join us. As you can see, the situation here has become rather combustible. The Herc I recognize, of course, but our other opponents remain a mystery. Some new type of Dominion attack craft, perhaps?
Not new, old, they're Fakiri.
Fakiri? As in the demonic beasts of Klingon folklore? I'm intrigued. It's not every day one encounters mythic creatures.
Those mythical creatures can fight Cardassians.
I remember Mr. Worf mentioning the Fakiri once. I'm beginning to see why they concern me.
These Fakiri ships are tough for ancient relics.
Target's shield has failed.
Time to run away.
Rear shield's failing. Right shield's failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Left shield's failing.
Woo!
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 75%. 4 shields failing. Rear shield's failing. Right shield's failing. Left shield's failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
Cloak, 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 cloak.
Rear shield's failing. Left shield's failing. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 25%. Hull integrity below 50%. Right shield failing.
Whoo!
Target's shields have failed. Hull integrity below 25%.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Rear shield
One ship all alone over here.
Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
Need to peel off. Ramming speed! Hey, it worked!
Reading a massive Herc fleet dropping out of warp.
That's a big fleet.
Just as the Fakiri are warping out.
Yeah, you better run.
Looks like the Fakiri are pursuing the better part of Valor. Can't say I blame them. There's a lot of Herc out there.
Indeed.
The Herc seem to be distracted. There's something about the station that's holding their attention. We might be able to take advantage of this.
Are you suggesting we attack?
Yes, prepare for battle.
True, we have the advantage, for now. I don't think we'll hold it for long once we start blowing them apart. We have what we came for. If the Herc want to gnaw on an asteroid while we make a hasty exit, I believe we should let them enjoy their meal in peace.
That's one way to look at it. Oh, we got Quark's Lucky 7 next.
Very well, we'll deal with the Herc later. For now, let's get back so we can analyze the research data we found here. Whenever you're ready.
Let's run out of here. Like we run away. Run away now.
The Founders never disappoint, do they? I wish I had chosen to join you on the station, but I'm sure it's for the best that I was available to cover your escape. It must have been unsettling to learn the truth about the Fakiri, or rather, the Fakiri created by the Founders. Who's to say if the mythical Fakiri exist or not? A matter for lore singers, perhaps? I will help Odo repair the corrupted files as best as I can. Hopefully, we can discover our next lead. I'll be in touch once we have more information.
Right.
My apologies for the quality of the transmission. I'm contacting you on an encrypted frequency. I'm working on an important covert mission, and I could use your assistance. I can't go into the details over comms, but you should know, if we pull this off, it could change the course of the Herc conflict in our favor. Meet with me on Deep Space Nine to go over the details.
Whoops.
My apologies for the quality of the transmission. I'm contacting you. Good luck.
Accidentally closed that out. Actually, we have an event here. Best served cold. I forget what this one is. So at the very least, because we want to try and get away from this particular vessel. That's a big ship.
A car of House Mokai has a fleet in orbit over Rua Pinte. His forces have disabled the satellite control stations in orbit and landed on the surface. They're freeing the prisoners there. We must destroy Akar's fleet, reactivate the stations, and prevent the prisoners from escaping.
Tao Chow reporting ready.
Once we've dealt with that fleet, we need to reactivate the defense control stations. Some of the worst criminals in the Empire on Rua Pinte, they cannot be allowed to escape.
Yes, including one Kirk, Admiral James T. This must be new. If this is actually new, I'd be surprised. Just put them all in one spot.
Target shield has failed. Right shield failing. Hull integrity below 50%. Rear shield failing.
Whoa, shit,
Core
shit.
shield failing. Left shield failing.
Get within 5 kilometers of each station to reactivate them. Watch out! The defense satellites are targeting us!
Hull integrity below 75%.
This is Akar, son of Akam. May you find death before dishonor!
Target shield
The enemy
has
is
failed.
cunning.
Left shield
Consider
failing.
every weapon.
Those Mokai infiltrators are uploading a virus. Stay within 5 kilometers of a...
Control Station Alpha is under... Destroy the infiltrators to solve that problem permanently.
No, this is not new. Okay, I remember this one now.
Target shield has failed.
This is my station.
Control Station Gamma has been restored.
Target shield has failed. Hull integrity below 50%.
Station Beta is ours again.
That's right.
Target's shields have failed.
Staying still with this ship is a bit problematic. Yeah, they better run.
The enemy is on the move. Prisoners commandeered transport vessels and are lifting off from Rua Pinte. We're also reading a force of enemy vessels approaching at high warp.
The Mokai will try to take control of the satellites again. Take out any infiltrators you see. Beam over a security team to capture disabled transports. The transports will rendezvous with the Khitomer once they're under our control. Protect captured transports.
A transport is leaving the surface.
The
prisoners are trying to escape.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Mokai infiltrators en route to Gamma. Eliminate them at once.
Target's shields have failed.
Here comes another one. These prisoners are bold. Stupid, but bold.
Well, if they were not...
Target's shields have
4 infiltrators. They're headed to Gamma Station.
Two more transports just broke atmosphere. Don't let them escape.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Infiltrators closing on Alpha and Gamma stations. Wipe them out.
Get away from my station!
Picking up 3 more transports on sensors. Stop them.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Mokai infiltrators closing on all stations. Stop them!
I repeat, 5 transports just broke orbit. You know what to do.
Do we know what to do?
All ships, 8 transports are making a break for it. Do not let them get away.
Target's shields have failed.
Lock him in. Come on.
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Right shield failing.
Come on.
Target's shields have failed.
That So, did any escape or?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, that's one way to just grab them and group them together and shut them down.
Target's shields have failed.
We must withdraw.
Looks like we stopped them. The prison is secure, and the rebels have been stopped. Stand by to assist the security forces on Rua Pinte.
Understood, standing by.
Looks like the Mokai have something to say. I'm getting a hail from Akar. Patching you in.
On screen?
I think you'll find my virus is more resilient than you imagined.
Every dilithium hauler in the system just altered course. They're heading for the control stations. Cunning bastard turned them into seeking weapons. Very explosive seeking weapons.
I like it.
Destroy them, but stay out of their blast radius. Anything within 5 kilometers will regret it. Briefly. Fight well, and if necessary, die well. Comply.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Gamma Station has dilithium haulers within proximity.
Rear shields failing. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, that worked.
All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity.
Not Station Alpha.
Picking up multiple signals on long-range sensors. Looks like more dilithium.
75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
Alpha and Gamma stations have dilithium haulers in proximity.
Dilithium haulers are dropping out of orbit. Keep those stations secure.
Rear shields failing.
All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity. Alpha and Gamma stations have dilithium haulers in proximity. All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity. All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity.
Do we really?
Alpha and Beta stations have dilithium haulers in proximity.
No, I think we.
All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity.
There's only like a handful left.
Beta station has dilithium haulers within proximity.
All ships, withdraw!
Well, that was the thing. We did the thing successfully. That ain't so bad a term, the one to like to log in every day to do. It's actually kind of fun one to do.
Victory is ours! The rebels have fled like scalded targs, and Rua Penthe has been secured. If only we were able to put Akar in a cell down there. Another day, perhaps.
Alright, leaving Rua Penthe. So the question is, how close are we to maxing out this ship? Yeah, right at the... Another thing of being able to get us close. We can grab another one. We might be able just to switch outright. As we explore. It's on sale, a flaming tug. Question is, what ship will we switch to? It depends on what ships we have available. Hopefully something that is not as fragile. The graviton beam on this thing, which is like a... just like to pull a ship in front of you. It's useful. It's nice. But it is not practical in any sense of the imagination. Say what now? Alright, so we need to, game server timed out, folks. That was weird.
Join us. Become one with us.
Well, as I said, the graviton beam definitely has its uses. In my case, whoops, time to run.
Hull integrity
Oh, that happened.
Core shields failing. Right shields failing. Left shields failing. Hull integrity below 25%.
Yeah, we had to ram them.
Accept the gift of assimilation.
Not much of a gift.
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another. You cannot defeat me.
Oh, I think we can.
Defeat the Borg.
Pour it on! Wreck that bitch!
Hull integrity below 50%. Hull integrity below 25%.
Alright, get exploded.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Target's shields have failed.
Everything's on cooldown. There we go. Vaporized.
I am eternal! This is not the end.
Yeah, it was the end of that mission. Time to scoop on out of here. There we go. We can grab a new ship. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Alright, so the question is, what ship do we want to switch to? That will be the prominent question. Well, there's at least some Republicans realizing that Trump lost and got his ass kicked. And appealing to him is not going to do him any good. So tell you what, folks, before we continue, we're going to do a BRB. And so we'll grab something to drink and so forth, maybe a snack, and we'll continue with Star Trek Online when we return. As soon as it loads. And back. Got a bottle of water here. Man, some peanut butter and crackers. Huh.
So this is the warrior that old Martok rattles on about? I expected a giant after all his tales.
Sorry.
Greetings. It's good to see you again.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
I don't have anything for you at the moment, but I'll definitely let you know when I do.
Huh. Not sure why we have a freighter. Alright. Now we gotta go to... Nope, reclaim rewards. What's this thing carries with? Let's see. So, let's see. That's definitely more of a cruiser. Guess we'll rock. I agree. ENDEA. This ship is packing anti-proton weapons, which we do not utilize. Ooh, do 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 do. Beam weapon damage. Okay, so we need hit to the lithium store. As usual. Oh, cool. That was a waste. Alrighty. My best deflector. Can that be... Okay, that console actually can be put on something else. Alrighty. Stations, who's going where? Three and 9 goes there. A science station. And that's weird. Alright, looks like Thrak is getting back there. That works out. Customize the ship. Alright. It clearly has an interior. Alrighty, so we got this new ship put together, locked in, and so forth. Doing the things, getting the things done. It's alright. Align shielding is already slotted. Attack pattern alpha. Brace for impact. Shield frequency, strategic maneuvering. Alright, that's what that is. Evasive maneuvers. Fire on my mark. Go down fighting. Nimbus is equipped. Oh, I had no need for science. Okay, alright, because I have science team already slotted. Do I have anybody with that? No, I don't have anybody with that particular trait. Natalie is an engineer, but she has the command traits, but she is the wrong class type. Alright, let's take a look at the bridge here. Da 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 da. Really not much. It's particularly empty. And a little disappointing on it. But what you gonna do? Ironically, we gotta leave Deep Space Nine to arrive at it for our mission. The battle at the Rula Pente, which we already did.
No, absolutely not. This is your worst idea yet.
Do I need to remind you of the unwritten rule of acquisition, brother?
Rule 0. What the Nagus wants, we acquire.
Exactly.
Why me? Get an eliminator to do it. Get 50. You can afford it.
You have connections with the Klingons. That and you're Rom's second most trusted Ferengi.
What? Who's first? Nog? Pell?
No. Moogie.
Fine. Send her then.
But brother, you did such a great job of rescuing her before.
I also told your son to shoot me if I ever thought of doing something like that again.
That's right, you did. Well, don't worry, he won't.
That's not what I'm worried about.
We need this, brother. We can't hold off the Herc forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
Insanity! You don't even know where the Iconian fleet is, Rom.
I don't, but Starfleet intelligence monitors all major threats, including the Iconians.
Starfleet isn't in the habit of sharing classified data.
Nope.
If we can get access to a security console, we can extract the data. We'll need to keep the security officer on duty occupied.
Leave that to me, husband.
The next day...
All right, Lita. The security officer on duty is a creature of habit. Comes in on a break without fail. Your job is to keep her occupied so Rom can get what we need from the security console. Do what you need to do. Smile, laugh at her jokes, whatever it takes. Put those feminine wiles of yours to good use.
Feminine wiles?
Really, Quark? I'm not here to seduce your customers. You and I both know there's more than one way to work a mark.
Whatever you say, just don't mess it up. She'll be here any minute now.
You worry too much, Quark. I got this. Woo!
She made an entrance.
It's your lucky day, officer. You're the 10 millionth customer here at Quark's. Congratulations!
You're the 10 millionth for the upteenth time.
You just won a free drink and a free spin at the Davo table. Quark, why don't you pour the lucky winner a drink? What'll it be, Constable?
Oh, thanks. I'll take a nice Dractigino. I'm on duty. I can't stay too long, but I suppose I have enough time for a spin at the table. Lead the way.
Quark, will you turn that hollow me off, please? It's creeping me out.
What now?
This is why I like the Holo Leader. She doesn't complain as much as the original. There. Happy?
Yes, thank you, Quark.
The free drink will get her to relax. And then some Davo to keep her busy. One loss to remove suspicion.
like my luck's run out. Oh well. Thanks for the drink and the spin. Better get back to my station.
Wait.
Whoa, whoa, don't be so hasty, friend. The law of averages is on your side here.
In more ways than one.
Have another spin on the house. What have you got to lose?
Okay, you've convinced me. One more spin. Why not?
Because you're a security officer and you should be on duty.
And then a victory to reel her in. Double!
Nicely done. Those winnings are coming out of your cut, though.
Good. The guard's distracted. Time to go to work. Overriding this door panel should be child's play.
Total child's play.
This is the most secret maintenance panel. Chief O'Brien needed me to fix it once.
Blue.
Once I'm in, I can install a back door. Then we can access the system from the console at Quark's.
All right. Okay.
She's heading back, Rom. Get out of there.
Yep. We're on our way out.
Relax, everyone. It's done. I'm on my way back.
Try not to look conspicuous or guilty.
Officer?
Okay.
Can't believe you pulled that off. Being the Nagus hasn't made you go soft between the lobes. Let's figure this out before security gets wise. Use the console behind the bar and find out what you can about the Iconians. Oh, and while you're at it, look for any other useful information in there, too. Some of it could be valuable, you know.
Indeed.
Relax, brother. I'll have these files cracked in no time. Starfleet encryption is good, but it's nothing compared to what we use in the Commerce Authority. That's actually difficult.
Now for a butt ton of lore.
Intelligence Officers Log, Stardate 87961.3.
Excuse me.
Intermittent Borg activity in the quadrant.
I'm at
We've been able to track a Unimatrix vessel, and our countermeasures are keeping its fleet at bay. The recent escalation of the Herc conflict is straining the number of resources available for Borg surveillance. Intelligence Officers Log, Stardate 87983.1. Breen forces continue to harass the Deferi, though hostilities have not intensified as of late. The Breen have made no overtures toward the Dominion since their recent return to the Alpha Quadrant. Looks like the honeymoon might be over at last. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88139.9. A large Fakiri fleet has been spotted in transit to the Gamma Quadrant. Analysis of their course suggests they're heading toward the renegade Iconian fleet. Interesting. If the two of them manage to eliminate each other, well, that'll be 2 less headaches to keep me up at night. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 890.
A lot of lore here.
Major Herc activity throughout the 4 quadrants. As expected, Alliance forces are spread thin in attempts to protect critical sites in their own territory, as well as within the Dominion. The Klingons continue to stay out of it, with the exception of a token force of volunteers. Efforts to enlist the full aid of the Empire to date have faltered. Intelligence Officer's Log.
There's a reason why we skipped the Iconians one.
I can't help but be impressed by the Nakul. Their star is all but dead, their world's an ice ball, and they refuse to leave. They defend that ice ball against all comers, even the Herc. Every Nakul big enough to carry a phaser fought, and they actually won. And I thought Tellarites were stubborn.
They are.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88006.2. There have been some recent Terran incursions from the Badlands, but nothing overly organized. As of now, there hasn't been any sight of Admiral Lita since her attack on DS9. Perhaps she has finally given up? One can only hope. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89101.1. Tholian web technology has worked well against the Herc so far. They ensnared 70% of a Herc fleet shortly after it dropped out of warp. The rest of the fight was brief and one-sided. At least Tholian xenophobia is consistent. Our attempts to negotiate for web technology have been completely ignored. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89001.7. Getting a lot of disturbing reports from Zenkethi space lately. Whispers of corruption in the highest ranks and talks of a coup are in the air on Zenketh.
Talks of a coup?
Days might be numbered after his crusade
Someone's
failed.
days might be numbered?
The arrival of the Herc has kept
But when did it know better? The one could say this was a comparison to Trump.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88039.8. Taket's fleet is currently in the Phoeben sector, moving through deep space. She's keeping a low profile for the most part, avoiding conflict with both the Dominion and the Herc. Anything foolish enough to get in her sights doesn't live long enough to regret it, however. The wreckage of a Gamma pirate flotilla will testify to that.
That's all the info I need.
All right, Rom, a deal is a deal. You found the Iconian, so I guess it's my turn now. Time to put the team together?
Yes.
And that's the job. Confront.
Where's Gala?
Really? He shot the hostage last time. He's not invited.
Brunt, your database skills should help us locate the package.
Always happy to help, Grand Nagus. Retreat.
Still a master of Rule 33. Aren't you, Brunt?
It never hurts to suck up to the boss.
True.
Of course. I presume you'll need my ship again, yes?
Not this time. We'll need a ship that can fight, just in case.
And we'll have it, thanks to our friend here.
Good. Everyone's here. Also, full consortium.
Unbelievable.
The table's rigged. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Brunt, Wayoon.
Here we are. So the cloaking device I acquired from my cousin Gala is working like a charm. Keep an eye on it, though. I'd rather not attract the attention of the Iconians, or the Fakiri, for that matter.
Agreed.
Looks like they're busy trying to blow each other to bits out there. Let's use that to our advantage. You see those Iconian sentry probes? They use those to detect cloaked ships, so you'll want to disable them before we move much closer. this cloak is good, but it's not that good.
Understood.
Getting in's the easy part. We're cloaked and unexpected.
Disable the probes.
That should be enough to get to the flagship
we can all
undetected.
stop holding our breath now. It worked. If you'll be so kind as to fly us behind that massive Iconian ship, we'll be on our way.
That should be easy too. Our ship is invisible. You cannot see it.
Forward to this.
Almost there. Just take it nice and easy. We made it. I can't believe I'm actually going to sneak onto an Iconian flagship and... Poof. Keep the engine running, okay? I have a feeling we're going to need to get out of here in a hurry.
Your shuttle is prepped. Good luck.
I've never been this close before. Impressive.
Terrifying is more like it. This is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Nog, you're our engineer. Buy it 400 and sell it 5.
It'll be up to you to disable the security systems, son.
Right. I'm familiar with their tech from the war.
Dramatic
I
rolls.
won't let you down, Father. Evade.
We're up first, Nog. We need to lower the local security so Brunt and Lek can do their jobs.
No problem. I memorized the schematics for this vessel on the way here. There are engineering consoles we can use for that nearby. Follow me.
That's the main corridor. Lek's territory. Head left here, Nog.
I've studied Iconian systems. I can unlock these doors.
Good.
If I send in the appropriate
We'll have
signals
to
the
disable
door,
security and
should be able
engineering.
to toggle the door locks. The good news is that my tricorder can get me the signal I need to send. The bad news is the Iconian systems only take trinary input. I think I see how the inputs work, so it shouldn't be too hard.
$22. There we go.
Got it. And we're done here.
Trial and error.
Heralds! Don't worry. I can handle them.
We must protect Uncle Quark. There we go. Relax.
Hold on, Uncle. Something's coming.
That looks like more than we can handle. Let Lek take care of it. He'll probably enjoy it.
Think I can lock the door behind once it's gone.
Great idea. Do that. Quickly.
Very quickly.
Head right here.
Got it. And we're done here.
Right. Master of Rule 194.
Personal shield losing power.
Nog with that face palm to the face.
We've made it. This is main engineering. Security's offline. We're good to go.
Are we really? Are we really
Can
good
we
to
drop
go?
their rear shield for a moment?
From the other console? Why?
You'll see.
Yes, it's all builds up.
What's that, Uncle?
Call it an insurance policy.
Okay,
Lek,
what's an insurance
How
policy?
do you feel about Iconian heralds?
Very dangerous. I look forward to shooting some. Sell at 250, buy at 100.
You'll get your chance, clearing the path for Quark and Nog.
The riskier the road, the greater the profit. I'm in.
Kind of makes you wonder why Brunt, FCA,
You're on.
why we don't get to do anything with him.
Brunt, FCA. I'm on my way.
The hunt is on. Ooh, they fight back. Good, good.
Yes.
Magnificent. Truly magnificent. It's looking this way between patrol points. I should be able to sneak up on it if I duck behind the walls. Eliminated.
Huh, indeed. Blows up nice too, don't they? What in the world is shooting at me, and from where?
Flanking damage detected.
I bet I could make that console explode remotely.
Can you make it explode? Nope.
Not the explosion I was looking for, but it'll do.
It'll do quite nicely.
I found the package. The Iconian keeps it on display in what looks like a trophy room. And here I thought they were above such basic behavior. I've analyzed their patrol patterns, Lek. You'll need a clear path for Quark and Nog. I trust you'll keep the guards in that area occupied for a suitable period of time.
Of course.
Testing my skills against Iconians? This is worth more than latinum to me. Don't get your lobes bunched, Brunt. I'll clear the path for the others by any means necessary.
Short, stocky legs.
More enemies to the left, and another console.
What does this button do?
What? Still no explosion? Ugh, ridiculous.
Completely ridiculous. Hold up, folks. I need to... Damon's Wolf is still going strong.
If I make some noise, the big one will come to investigate. This isn't work. This is fun.
Huh. So that does work out quite nicely.
If I overload those conduits, I'm sure it'll make a big explosion.
We want an explosion. It's gonna explode. Or light them up.
Doesn't anything blow up around here?
Good question.
Lecter Quark, the path is clear.
I'm detecting some nearby patrols.
I want to see if I can cause a distraction. Hold on.
Distraction accomplished.
If I blow up that console, it'll cause a nice distraction. Nog, how do I overload these ridiculous Iconian consoles?
Good question.
Easy. First you need to... Wait. How are you at trinary conversions?
Never mind. I have a workaround.
Brother, you'll crack the safe. Once Brunt finds it, that is.
Nice of you to give me the easy job, Rom.
By that point, Lek will have eliminated their guards.
We're talking about Iconians here, Rom.
I'll be with you, Uncle. You'll be fine.
Sure.
Oh, I feel so much better now.
Da, 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 da.
Time for me to earn my share. Watch and learn.
Don't worry, Uncle. I've got your back.
You got my back, but who has my front? Relax, Quark.
Flanking damage detected.
Okay, now you can scream.
You know, you were supposed to shoot me if I got pulled into another one of these.
I thought you meant rescue operations. I can shoot you later if you'd like.
No, it just wouldn't be the same.
Good point. Yeah, that's the one thing about Star Trek is like big ships, but the populations don't always match up.
Ha! I'm impressed.
That's one word for it.
Yeah, it's we took him out from the back. We got him in the rotunda.
He left some guarding the trophy room.
It's okay, Uncle. We can handle them.
All right, Nog, let's find the package. It has to be in one of the display cases around the room.
Obvious one is obvious, but...
Amazing! That's a singularity! Taket must have taken it from a Romulan warbird. You could say it was the heart of that ship. Must have been a memorable opponent for her to keep that on display like this.
Oops. Might as well just work on that.
Is that part of an Iconian? Why would Taket keep a severed body part?
It's her arm.
That's insane.
Taket lost her arm when she fought Kahless during the war. She's keeping it as a trophy or maybe a reminder of one of her few failures. I knew she was intense, but this is pretty ridiculous.
That's a lot of latinum. Impressive. I could buy a Starliner with that and have enough left to buy a condo on Ryza. Probably not beachfront, but it'd be nice. It's FCA graded, too. She must have gotten it from a Ferengi. Oh, tough break. Seems only fitting that we acquire it. Fine. Mind on the mission. Stop looking at me like that.
But Nog wasn't looking at him.
Looks like a secure treasure box. I wonder what's inside. It could be practically anything. Leave it to an Iconian to lock up a box of valuables and hoard it away.
Well, not everyone is as good at opening locks as you, Uncle. Most people would need the appropriate key.
It's a lockbox.
Ah, I've seen these statues on New Romulus. They were made by the Day Ones, a servitor race of the Iconians. Not sure why Taket would keep one of these on display. Maybe it's of a sentimental value to her, even if that's possible.
Yeah, I don't believe it's possible.
Seeing these reminds me of the Dominion War. A lot of those were sent back home to loved ones. Starfleet, the Klingons, the Romulans, they all have their different rituals. Even the enemy cared for their dead.
And they say you don't have a heart, Uncle.
It's too bad we don't have enough time to steal these and sell them back to the people who want them. 34th rule of acquisition, Nog. War is good for business. That's a bottle of prune juice. I'd recognize that color anywhere. Worf constantly demanded I have a bottle on hand at the bar.
A warrior's drink,
he called it. More like a torture drink. I tried some once. Let's just say that it was not a pleasant digestive experience.
But his bowels were cleansed.
You know, I always told the top brass at the Corps of Engineers that making the party poppers look like weapons was a bad idea. Any officer who uses one of those instead of a real weapon is in for a bad day. I suspect that's how Taket got her hand on one of these balloons. Shame. Uncle, that looks like Captain Sisko's baseball. You don't think it's his, do you? I thought Jake took it with him.
Do you remember when Sisko made us play baseball against the Vulcans?
Yep.
Rom wouldn't stop talking about it for weeks. Put a bunch of money into that new Interstellar League, too. Still can't believe he bought a professional team. The Ferenginar Liquidators. They're terrible. Got beat by the Cation Claws by a score of 18-4, and they were cheating!
See the lessons of the Houston Astros. Eventually, those who get cheap lose badly.
Interesting. I read about these at the Academy. Something called NASA sent them out on crewed space probes centuries ago to initiate first contact with alien life. I believe this contains audio files, animal sounds, music, language samples. My Earth history instructor would love to get her hands on this. We should, acquire it if we have the time.
Do we have the time? Technically, we kind of would, but... So we looked at all the treasures, all the goodies.
Package located. The Sword of Kahless. Now, we need to retrieve it. I can use this to bring the package from its display globe. I need to use the right frequencies, though. Enter the wrong one, and every alarm around will go off. The frequencies change periodically. Once I start this, I need to get them all, or I'll have to start over.
I can just scan the machine for you. Should be easy enough to get the frequencies.
And leave a report?
You, of all people, should know that Federation tricorders record whatever they scan. Never leave a data trail. We'll do this the Ferengi way. It'll take someone with the lobes for the job. That's me.
Right here. I got the lobes. There we go. We'll take this and put it in our pocket.
Nicely done, Uncle! We did it! We actually did it! We shouldn't stick around, though. Let's head back to the shuttle before the Iconians figure out what we're up to.
Right.
Rule 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
There's no time to get sloppy.
That's far enough.
Brunt, really?
Well done, Quark. You actually managed to pull it off. I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. You've a talent for larceny, after all. Time, however, is a factor. Hand it over now, or I'll shoot you both and take it from your cold, dead fingers.
You wouldn't dare.
Are you out of your mind? Have you forgotten who Nog and I are related to? No payout is worth what will happen to you if you do this. Wrong. We'll have every Eliminator, Bounty Hunter, and Pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for you.
How did Lek put it? Oh, yes. The riskier the road, the greater the profit. Wise words indeed.
Very wise.
The payout from this job will provide me with more than enough latinum to remove your idiot brother and take my rightful place as the Grand Nagus. I'm willing to give you a sporting chance, however. Hand over the package. You might be able to flee before that very angry Iconian arrives.
It's insane, I'm telling you.
Have it your way, Brunt. You're dumber than you look. If you think the crew of our ride won't be suspicious when you come back without us. They'll probably throw you in the brig on general principle. I know I would.
Ah, but I won't be traveling with them, Quark. I've made other travel arrangements. Time's up. Hand it over, or prepare to meet the blessed exchequer. Ha! I'd pay a lot to witness that audit. Might even be worth dying for, just to hear you scream on your way to the vault of eternal destitution.
Should have been given the option to shoot him.
Goodbye, Quark.
What?
At last, goodbye.
You know, Brunt maybe shows up again, since he's voiced by the same guy that does Wayoon and the Andorian from Enterprise. Hi, D'Ket.
Nog! Now!
A force field? It will not stop me, Ferengi.
Look a little closer. That's a chronoton field. You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible, intelligent people. Your call.
Very well. Speak.
I'd say this about D'Ket. She's reasonable.
You breached my security, damaged my vessel, killed members of my crew, violated my sanctum, and stolen something very precious to me. Each is punishable by death.
Bit extreme?
Why shouldn't I purge you like the odious vermin you are?
Steal? Me?
That's where you're wrong. I don't have anything of yours on me. Run a scan if you don't believe me. If anything, I was trying to stop the lunatic that did steal from you. I may be odious vermin, but I'm not stupid. Look, we should be working together to stop our mutual enemy instead of wasting time with this argument.
There will be plenty of time to eliminate each and every one of you thrifty creatures. That field of yours will drop eventually, and then you will die. Your cohort will be tracked and ultimately killed. I will have my vengeance on you all soon enough.
True.
You're not entirely wrong. But I think you're going to have a much bigger problem to deal with in the very near future. Any moment now.
Like right about now.
Remember this? A little something we picked up on Karema. Keep it on your ship and beam it to our location when we give you the signal.
What's that, Uncle?
Call it an insurance policy. You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible, intelligent people. Your call.
All the subtle things.
Explain yourself. Speak while you still can, Ferengi.
They're called Herc. Maybe you've heard of them.
Yep,
Real
we've heard of them.
Nasty dispositions. Eat everything they come across, and now they've come across your fleet. You Iconians are tough, but you're not invincible. Against the Fakiri and the Herc, those are some pretty long odds, Taket. Here's how this is going to work. You're going to let us go, and in return, I'll disable the device that's bringing every Herc in the Quadrant here to chew on your ship. We'll go our way, you'll go yours. Otherwise, we'll wait and see what happens first. My field drops, or you and your ship become the main course at the Herc buffet.
And it don't have any croutons.
I agree to your terms. Go, get out, leave my ship, and disable your wretched device. Know this, you've made an enemy today, Ferengi. I am patient. I will avenge myself. You will pay for your crimes.
Sounds like Odo, doesn't she?
Right. Then we have a deal. We'll be on our way then. I'll take care of your Herc problem once I've made it to a safe distance. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but we both know
Could
that'd
that
be a lie.
Run away! Run away! So Quark is flown by the explosion.
What are we waiting for? Run! Run!
It's not really clear on how he escapes. Like, did not actually get a shot off?
We're almost there, but we lost the sword. We went through all of this, and for what?
Quark to Modron. Is the package secured?
Modron here. You'll be happy to know the package is safe and sound. I beamed it to your ship a few minutes ago. I'm afraid Brunt is a little bruised, but these things happen. I'll keep him nice and sedated until we get back to the Alpha Quadrant. And Quark, be sure to let the Nagus know I held up my end of the bargain, won't you?
Of course.
I'll be sure to let him know, Modron. Quark out. Always have a backup plan, Nog. Especially when dealing with snakes like Brunt. Let's go. And look! The shuttle's right where we left it! Things are looking up for a change! Let's get out of here before Taket changes her mind.
Let's go. I think we'll switch over for my main tune. Because we got to respec them anyway, so.
Thanks for sticking around. Now, if you don't mind, let's get back to DS9. This very cranky Iconian is looking for an excuse to kill us all. Rather not give her one more. Thankfully, she'll be busy dealing with the Herc. Garrick's little toy works like a charm.
Agreed.
We've got a problem. The cloaking device is acting up. If it goes down, every ship in the system will know we're here. I'll do what I can to keep it running, but we might need to fight our way out of here.
Understood.
The cloak's offline!
Terrific. This is what I get for buying it from Gala.
Don't worry, I'll be running it again. I just need a couple minutes.
Where's Brunt?
He found another way back to DS.
Those ships are attacking each other as much as they're attacking us.
Target's shields have failed.
Just one more minute. Keep us safe.
Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed. Right shield's failing. Four shields failing.
Come on.
Left shield's failing.
Ha! I got the cloak back up!
Hull integrity below 50%.
Nice.
Move out of range. Don't want anyone sensing our warp trail.
Cloak's online again, and we're at a safe distance from the enemy. We can
Super
leave
safe.
as soon as you're ready.
Excellent.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I was ready to go the minute we warped into this system. And I'm doubly ready to go now. Not to tell you your business, but make it so, please.
Quark and Nog told me you did a great job keeping them all safe. Thank you for bringing them back in one piece. The 6th rule of acquisition says, never allow family to stand in the way of opportunity. But what can I say? Family means a lot to me.
What happened to Brunt?
Brunt is ambitious, but predictable. We expected him to betray us, and we capitalized on it. Brunt made life difficult for the Nausicans who worked for Madron. That was a painful decision. Ask Dr. Bashir about that if you're interested.
And Madron?
Brunt made the mistake of dealing with someone more ambitious than he was. Madron came to me shortly after Brunt made him an offer, and I made Madron a counter-offer he couldn't refuse. I think I just came up with a new rule of acquisition. It's not smart to turn down a deal with the Grand Aegis. I'm pretty sure Madron would agree with that.
So now what?
There's something I'm curious about. The Herc stole the Sword of Kahless from the Klingons a long time ago, but no one seems to know why. They didn't eat it, so there must be something about it they value. And we Ferengi are all about value. Perhaps the lab's sensors and equipment can tell us more. Maybe it's made of a rare, precious metal.
It's possible. Let's find out. But first...
What can I do for you?
How's Brunt doing?
Well, he's got a deep contusion of the auricular lobe and a possible dislocated malleus. Normally, in a Ferengi, either condition could be fatal, but it seems that whoever did this to our friend here knew exactly how to keep the damage just this side of lethal. Luckily for the patient, he'll live. Unluckily, There's only so much modern medicine can do to numb this type of pain. Quark and Rom don't seem too concerned, though.
Ouch.
And they'll both pay for their crimes. Ah!
Doctor?
If you say so, Brunt. But the Grand Nagus has other ideas, I'm afraid. And I hear that Ferengi prison is unpleasant.
To say the least.
None of the Ferengi were willing to tell me what led to Brunt looking like he went 10 rounds with the Gorn heavyweight champion.
Of the world.
Care to enlighten me?
That's classified, Doctor. Sorry.
Based on the scans, that carapace was around for quite a long time before Kahless made a weapon out of it. The blade material is over 4,000 years old, where the story of Kahless is roughly only 1,600 years old.
Amazing.
I'm reading traces of multiple radiation types within the blade. Discounting the type that likely came from the Iconians, there are still clear traces of thermobaric and tetrionic radiation. I believe we could cross-reference Alliance and Dominion star charts and easily determine where these traces of radiation originated from.
Interesting.
Now, this is interesting. These readings indicate that the Sword of Kahless is made out of biological material with a germanium base. I'll need to run more tests to be certain, but I believe the weapon was fashioned out of a Herc carapace. This may explain their interest in it.
Your conclusions?
We have a 4,000-year-old weapon made of a Herc carapace. My analysis of the radiation within the blade should allow us to narrow down its point of origin. I've had the computer working on that as we speak. Let's have a look. Cross-referencing all known Alliance and Dominion star charts, and voila! There's one system that contains all of the conditions we've isolated. Havas Kul, at the edge of Dominion space. It's possible we've just discovered the location of the Herc homeworld. We should forward this information to the appropriate parties at once. This could be the breakthrough we've been looking for.
Sounds impressive and valuable. Roll 21, Quark. Never place friendship above profit.
Damn you, Lek!
Unbelievable! I knew Brunt was a snake, but Lek? Guess I should have known better. The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife. And Lek's got plenty of both.
He played us all for fools.
He's a fool if he thinks he can steal from me. I'll have every eliminator, bounty hunter, and pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for him. No one steals from the Grand Nagus and lives to profit from it.
The Klingons won't be happy if they find out.
Considering how angry my father is, the Klingons will be the least of Lek's problems. I haven't seen him this mad since he caught me... Well, we don't need to get into that. Despite everything that's happened, we'll hold up our end of the bargain. I'll be in touch when everything is prepared. And remember, this operation never happened.
I'll return to my ship. A few days later...
Think they bought it?
Completely. As far as they're concerned, the sword has been stolen. You, might want to lay low for a while, though.
Opportunity plus instinct equals profit. Well done, brother.
The Sword of Kahless, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
So will I, Grilka, once the payment clears. Pleasure doing business with you.
Do-do-do-do-do. I realized this was an unconventional mission and it didn't go exactly as planned. Still, the data we discovered on the Sword of Kahless should would be very helpful to the Alliance. We'll need to keep some of the details of the mission classified, of course, so whatever you do, don't mention it to Morn, or the whole Quadrant will know about it tomorrow. Alright, folks. I think actually we're going to call it. Call it there. And I'm not entirely sure what we're doing tomorrow night, but we'll be doing something. Friday nights are... we'll see. Maybe we'll do some variety gaming. I don't know. But, you know what? We are going to drop in on Damon's Wolf, who is still streaming. They are playing Zero Escape 9 hours. So, Damon's Wolf is awesome. She does a lot of our artwork. And she wasn't sure if her radar alerts were working, so we'll make sure. So till tomorrow night, folks, tighten your friendship bracelet, stay safe, have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow, and see you later. Bye.